Hey everybody, how we doing today? It's Cindy Utter at Artsy Endeavors. Today we're going to work on our deck of cards, and we are on card number 27, and the prompt is stamps. Now, I'm pretty sure I didn't mean this as postage stamps, so I've got a couple rubber stamps here that I recently purchased that I really love them, and I haven't used them yet. So we are going to use them. But the first thing we're going to do is, as always, I've went ahead and I've sanded down my card to get some of that, to get some of the shine off it, some of the gloss. And I've got this paint that, again, I purchased at Target. It's Handmade Modern. And this color is called Eggshell. And 3 seconds into it. I'm sorry, I have to make myself laugh. I just think it's too funny. So anyways, we've got Eggshell, and what I'm going to do is just put a real nice coat on this. And then we're going to dry it up, and we will get going on our card. I'm doing this for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to see how well it covered, and it covers pretty well. Let me dry it up, I'll be right back. Okay, so it didn't cover all the way. So I am going to put another coat on. And yeah, I probably could put some gesso in this, but I kind of like the eggshell color. So, alright, so now we've got that on. Okay, so the second coat, it covered it pretty well. That's okay. It doesn't mind if a little bit shows through. Now I pulled out some of this tissue paper that keeps flying away because I have my fan on. And I'm going to use some matte medium. And ooh, looks like this brush is still kind of dirty. That's okay. This is a real pretty tissue paper that I was most likely gifted during some type of a swap or exchange, because I know I don't have any of this laying around, so it's kind of cool. Alright, so we're just going to put a little bit of that on here. Not really want to cover the whole thing, but I just want some of it there. I'm picking up something black with my brush. Okay. And then I also have this, a while back on Crazy Island Family, we did this, basically it was a handmade stamp swap, and I honestly can't say I know where this came from, but I do know it came from that swap. And I gotta stop saying so I found this. There was a page of a whole bunch of different, and I really like it. A whole bunch of different handmade stamps. So I'm going to use this one. And it's going to go right there. So now I'm going to get this dry. I'm going to trim it up, and we'll go from there. Okay, it's dried up, and I've got it cut down. So now I've brought out a couple different pieces of paper here. I'm going to set this aside for a minute. I've got, these are just book text that when I'm playing around or I have leftover paints, whatever, I do something with. So what I'm going to do, I can't decide which one of these I want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my archival ink and get it nice and saturated on this stamp. And I'm actually going to stamp both pieces. There's one. Because, you know, it doesn't really matter. Whichever one I don't use today, I can use again later on. And here's two. And I can tell you right now, I like the purple one better. So the purple is what I will be using. So, trying to find a Trying to find, I have a new pack of baby wipes over here and they weren't opened. A baby wipe, I just want to clean off the stamp. Okay, it's all good. This is the first I've ever had these deep red stamps. And I have to tell you, I really, really, really like them. I like the fact that they come on their own little doodad here. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I don't want to, oops, we're going to do this the other way. I'm going to heat set this just because I can. Alright, I don't want to cut it. I want it to look very raggedy and old. This is, I'm not sure if I'm sure you guys know this, but a little trick that I've noticed is if you don't want the white part of the paper to show, you pretty much have to tear it backwards from what you want to keep, and that keeps the white core of the paper on the back side. I'm sure you guys all know that, but for those of you that don't, alright. Ooh, I love it. Love it. Okay, now I need to get out some pens. I'm going to work a little bit on this gal, and we'll be right back. Okay, so apparently I am in a pink and purple mode today. Okay, I've got just, these are just some odd and end pens that I've collected over time. I actually have this little thing full of them. A lot of them come from, I don't know, dollar store, Target, wherever I happen to be. And I would see a pen that I thought, oh, that'll look good in the collection. Let's check it out. So basically I'm just gonna kind of doodle around with this a little bit. I don't really want to do a whole piece in full color because that's not really what I'm trying to do. I want to keep the text in the background. I want to be able to still see the girl, you know, in the original ink. So I'm just kind of putting a little bit of highlight on color here. I'm not doing anything major. I'm just adding a little bit of color to her. Okay, I like this sphere here. Let's get this done in pink. So I think with this prompt, I mean, you can take any one of your stamps and play with them. Have fun with them. Okay, I do have quite a bit here. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to cover up a lot of the detail. I just want to put a little bit of color in her. Pardon me. I'm sorry, they are haying out behind our house today. And when they hay, I get really wicked allergies. So I will do my best to try to keep that under control. Alright, let's throw a little bit of purple on here. I love her wing. Now her wing I want to do in a glitter. I'm looking for, I have a silver glitter here. We might use that. We'll see. Okay, we're going to use this here. Handles of her unicycle. That's not what that is. I'm not sure what you would call this, right? Just a bike? No. I don't know. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to completely redo her. Oh, see, this is too silver, but that's okay. We started now, right? We'll just accent her with silver here. And then what we'll do is actually find my glitter pen. Which was in that box, and now I don't see it. Alright, so we'll have to come back to that, and I don't see it out here anyways. Okay, we'll come back to that because I don't want to do that full silver. White. I don't know what this one is. Let's see. That's a black. Let's use the black on our bike. See where I tore it a little bit the wrong way and how it's showing the white? Put that underneath and the white doesn't show. So again, I am just accenting her bike. I'm not trying to actually recreate it or redraw it. Alright, it's driving me crazy. I can't find that glitter pen, so I'll be right back with you. Okay, I actually had to take this one out of my travel kit, and all it is just a jelly roll, and it's just, oops, clear glitter. So I'm going to have to figure out what happened to the one that was on my desk, and take and put this one back in my travel bag. Alright, I want to give her a little bit of sparkle on her face. Give her some cheeks, sparkly eyes. Throw some sparkle in there. Always got a sparkle, right? Okay. Throw a little sparkle up and down her leg. Alright. Now, like I said, I haven't done a whole lot to her, but she does sparkle just a little bit. So, we're going to take her, and before I put her there, pieces of fiber that I pulled out are not going to work. I want a pink and will this purple work? That purple might work. I have a box of odd and end ribbon here that I use, trying to use up. Hasn't worked yet. It's this little box of miscellaneous stuffs. So I'm actually going to put this right here. And then this is going to accent that. She's going to go right there. And then we're going to put this on with tacky glue. Then we're going to, what are we going to do? And we're going to glue her on there. So let's start with this one. Come on. I know better than to stand this stuff upright. It stands upright in my drawer, and I don't like it to do that because then it takes a few minutes to get it coming to the end. Actually, I will take this one next. We're going to go right up the middle. Okay, we're going to tacky glue that on there. Cut both of them off. I'm actually going to leave that little tuft there on the end. See it? Little tuft. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, now her, I want to take this Distress Ink, this Victorian Velvet, and I just want to go around the edges of this page. And what I'm using is my little dauber here. Little finger dauber. I love these things. I actually saw Mike using them on YouTube, and I had to have some. All right. That's going to go right there. I'm going to put that down with just a matte gel. As soon as I find my, all right. Come on. Okay. I like her. And now I want to find, let's see, let's find a saying for her. I like this one right here. This one says, "Dare to be yourself." And I'm getting back out that Victorian red, and I'm just gonna, so it's not quite so white, right? A little bit of this end off this self, and I'll put it right back where it was. And she says, "Dare to be yourself." Now, as always, I need my black. Ugh, maybe somebody glued this one together. That's not funny. Ugh. I seriously can't get this open. Oh, goodness gracious. This might be the one that's almost dead. Yeah, it is. Alright, we're going to do a black edge. And she's still wet as I touch her, but that's okay. Alright, I am going to dry her real quick because I do want to use some of the Stabilo pen on her. So I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I've got her quite dry. She's still nice and warm. And I just want to go around this "Dare to be yourself," just to make it pop a little bit more. And we're going to take a little water pen and just wake those lines up. Okay, so there they are. There it is. It is number 27, and the prompt is stamps. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot one thing. I have this little piece of feather here that I've been waiting for the right moment to use. And actually, right now is the right moment, because I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it on her head. Yay! Love it! Now she's finished. All right. Okay, let's see what our next prompt is. We're going to put this aside. The next prompt is card number 28, and it's fiber. All right, let me get my thoughts together, figure out where we're going to go with this one, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so this card is fiber, number 28. And what I'm going to do, I've gotten out some odds and ends here. Just different things I'm going to play with. First thing I'm going to start out with is fiber paste. All right, this is Golden's fiber paste. I'm actually going to color it with this Shimmer Sky. No, I don't want Shimmer Sky. I want Satin Sky from Target, and that's the first thing we're going to put down on this card. So let's take this fiber paste, mix it up here a little bit, and the first thing we're going to do is put that down on this card. Probably could have got some more out. Let's see what we've got. Come on, you. Actually, if I put it kind of a thin layer, hopefully I won't have to make any more, and it'll dry quicker. And I definitely don't have enough. So we're going to add a little bit more. Add a touch more of this paint. And we're pretty much going to mix it up on the card. Now this is just a fiber paste. I don't use it that often, sometimes. This is actually a sample of Golden's fiber paste. A while back I was at one of my local art stores, and I've gotten to know the lady pretty well, so I asked her, I said, do you by chance have any samples from Golden? And she says, let me see what I've got. And she came back, and this was one of the samples she gave me. She gave me a few, which was kind of cool. Okay, like I said, this is fiber paste. I'm just kind of making some texture here with it. And then we're going to dry this up, and we're going to get on with it and see what we end up making. Okay? We'll be back. Okay, I've dried this somewhat. I was going to let it dry completely, but then I decided no, I'm not, because I want to put this. This is a piece of, I have no idea what it is. Some type of a ribbon that I got at Hobby Lobby on clearance. See it? For like, I don't know, $1.99 or something. It was normally $9 for the roll, but it says it's floral, and I'm really not sure what it's used for, but I know what I'm using it for. Okay, and I did dry that too much, so I'm going to have to glue this in. Darn it. Let me see if I can get it to stay. I want to stay. I want you to stay. Maybe? Alright, let's try it a little bit more. Going to stay. I'm going to end up having to stick it down. Stick it down. Stick it down. You know what? I don't really like the whole thing on there anyways. Alright, so we're going to have to do something different. I'm going to take my tacky glue, and I'm actually going to glue this down. And I know I have too much tacky glue in there, but that's okay. Okay, so this is going to glue down to this. I know one thing, I got a mess here. Hey! What fun is art if you can't get messy, right? Now stick. Now I'm going to dry it and see if we can keep this stuck. I'll be back. Alright, so it's kind of dry. Not all the way dry. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small brush and I want to use some of this Shimmer Aqua. And I just want to go over this part of it. And I'm not being real careful because I don't really mind that it's messy. Today I don't mind. Alright. Now, what else am I going to do? I've gotten out these fibers. This is just a little bit of fiber leftovers I had in my stash here. And I also found this chipboard flower, and I really like this flower. So I think what I'm going to do, it actually came as a bigger flower. I got this a long time ago, I think maybe at the dollar store. I'm not really sure, but I really like it. So I'm going to take this piece, I think I'm going to take off this extra hair. This guy's going to go right in there. And then, okay, let's get rid of some of this. Let's get rid of some of this. Okay, I don't like that. Isn't it great? You modify things to the way you want them. Okay, that part I can handle. This I'm not sure. I'd like to put it on here, but I really don't want this part. Really don't want this part. So maybe I can put it on here with this up under here. Okay. So that's what I'm thinking. And then I also, like I said, I have this fiber here, and I really want some of this on here. So the question is, what do I do with it? Alright, before we put those down, I'm going to put some of this on, and I'm going to run it right up here. Okay. Alright. Now this, I just like this, so it's got to go on here. Where's my glue? It's just going to go on here. Right? I know my fingers are so sticky that it's very difficult to not have this stuff stick to me. Darn it. Come on, stay down. Okay. Now I am going to put these on here. This has a little dimensional to it, which is fine. I want this one right here. And I want this one underneath it. Okay. And then I want this one. This actually has a dimensional, but I'm actually going to take the dimensional off it. Maybe. Yes. Because I want it to go flat right here. And I've also found this chipboard piece that I have, which just says always. I'm wondering, can I split this off? Let's see. I don't really want it that thick. Woohoo! See that? It's kind of cool. I wish this was over a little bit. Oh, we can do that. There we go. Excellent. Okay, here we go. This is card number 28 and it's fiber. Now once this completely dries, I will take my Stabilo. Actually, I might do it right now. I want to go around that always. Let's try it, see if it works. Alright, here you go, card number 28. Pretty neat, huh? I had fun with it. There you go, fiber. Let's see what our next card is. Be right back with you. Hey there, I'm back again. Okay, card number 29. I bet you can't guess what the prompt is. Purple. So I've sanded the card. I've gotten out all of my different purple, well, not all of my different purples. I've gotten out quite a few different purples. And I'm really not sure what we're going to do with this. So let's just start figuring it out. I want to, I can't say I'm going to, but I want to limit myself to the purples. So there are so many different shades of purple that I don't see any reason why I can't do that. Right? Let me see if this purple's any good. And it's clumpy. I'm going to have to contact Ranger about this because this and the pink is awful. But for today I'm going to use it, so I'm going to try anyways. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to put some purple down. Let's see where this goes. I'm going to put a little bit of water in that maybe. If I could find my spray bottle, which happened to have disappeared. I mean, the color is wonderful, but this paint is just not. So, anyways. So we're doing purple today. As you all know, it is my favorite color. Alright. Let's use this one next. You know, for the longest time, and I'm going to sneeze again and I apologize, pardon me. Pardon me. For the longest time, my favorite color was green. And that was when I was working. I loved like Hunter Green. Hunter Green was it. And then for some reason, when I started doing art, it turned to purple. Alright, so we've got 2 purples on here. Let's get another one down. That one looks an awful lot like the Dylusions, so we're going to use this one. I'm actually going to lift this up to paint it. It's just easier. So anyways, when I started doing art is when I started liking purple. And of course now my hair is purple. Actually, it's not all purple. It's purple and blue. But it's all purple and blue. And you know, this is something I could not have done in the corporate world, is had purple and blue hair. Well, I probably could have, but it wouldn't have went very well. Alright, so let's dry this up and we'll continue with our purples. Okay, so we're pretty dry. Now we're going to go on with our purple paints here. And we are just going to play with the purple paints and see what we can create, right? Okay, there's a little bit of that one. I'll use that one. Let's use this one next. And we're just playing. I'm just gonna keep building layer upon layer upon layer of purple until I'm done. And we're gonna have to dry in between all these layers too. So let's see, I started that one out with Dylusion. I gotta have another purple here. I have a blackberry right here. Let's make some blackberry stripes, shall we? Now this is going to be very challenging for me to, stick with just purple, because even right now I want to get white out. I'd love to throw some pink in here. But I am going to stick with my color of purple and see what we can do with it. Right? Okay, let's try this. We'll be back. I almost forgot to turn you back on. And I'm sorry about the glare. Today's just one of those glary days. I'm still sticking with this. This is the Blackberry by Dina Wakley. And I'm sticking with that right now. Alright. Now we're going to take this one and I'm going to do this to it. I don't know if you just heard the lawnmower start. My husband took a half day today, so he's out puttering. I call him Putter Utter. Alright, I'm going to take some of this Dylusions. I don't know if you can see this. I'm starting to build up layers on these purples. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm pretty quiet today. I'm not quite sure why. I'm just enjoying creating. I enjoy sharing this with you guys. Sometimes I like to just stay quiet. Imagine that. A lot of people that are around me are here, friends of mine here, they're like, yeah, okay, whatever, Cindy. But really, there are times I'm quiet. But I can say pretty much the only time is when I'm creating. I like to just... I usually like to listen to music to create, but unfortunately YouTube is very, very fussy with the music that I have on in the background. So I have to usually shut it off. And I really haven't gotten into using a headset to listen to music while I'm creating. I don't know. To me that seems kind of rude. I don't know. Not rude, really. I don't know. I don't know. I just can't do it. Because really, it doesn't matter if you're not. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, does it? Here I am having a debate with myself. Really matter? Nah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. Are you sure? I don't know if it matters or not. Tell me, does it matter? Alright, I'm going to dry this real quick and continue. Okay, so I actually, while I was drying this, I got thinking about it, and this really bothers me, this Ranger paint. So I sent them a note. Look at it. It's like jelly. There's no... That's awful. Let me see if I can put a little bit more water in the lid. It's almost like it's lost all of its water. And it's just a big blip. Okay. So anyways, we're going to use what we can of this. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's a bummer because I really like the rest of them, but this one's just not cool. Oops. Alright. Let's take some of this color and let's make some big triangles. That color is very transparent. This neon, very, very transparent. Which is okay. Nothing wrong with that, I guess. Because we're just building layers upon layers upon layers of purple. Alright. I'll take this one. Got my Alright, now we're going to dry that. Over there. Alright, so now we've got all these delicious colors of purple on here. Let's use this one again. And I'm actually going to, you know what, I'm going to try to outline these triangles because they didn't really stand out the way I wanted them to. So we're just going to outline them, right? What's better than a purple triangle outlined with another purple color? I know I'm making this stuff up as I go along, right? That's too funny. Alright, now I'm going to go back. You know what? That one is the one that's so opaque. Actually, I want some blackberry. Let's go back to Dina Wakley's blackberry. Really disappointed in that Ranger. I'm just... I'm going to put blackberry in here. These triangles. So if you don't like purple and you don't have a lot of purples, or you're just not in the mood for purple, what color are you going to do your deca card with? You really can choose any color. I don't see why it has to be specifically purple. This just happens to be my challenge. to work with purple in this way. So I want to do. Sound effects. Do. Alright, now I still have this. I haven't gotten out my Lumiere paint. So let's play with this and see what we... Ooh. Oh, it's so watery. Alright, let's figure this one out. It's almost like all the paint was up around the lid. Well, guess what? We're going to use it just like this. Can't waste that paint, right? Can't waste all that yummy goodness. That just wouldn't be fun. So we put it down like that. Okay, now I want to go back to... I keep going back to this one. I'm not quite sure why. Let's... I know why, because this one's the lighter one. Just looks like I'm making a heck of a mess, doesn't it? I think I am. But hey, you know what? It's a fun mess. Let's take and just do some more doot-doot-doot. Dooby-doot-doots. Oh, I left some of the other paint in there. That's just crazy, huh? But you know what? I think I am just about done because I really like where it's at. It's pretty ugly. But it's my ugly. And it's purple. It's nothing but purple. Alright, so we've got card number 29, purple. Alright, let's clean this mess up and see what the next one is. Okay, now we're at card number 30 and the prompt is butterfly. So as normal, the first thing I'm going to do is take some of this shiny off this card. So whatever I happen to put on it, which is definitely going to be paint, just because that's... I don't know why I start all these off with paint, but that's okay. Alright, so we took the shiny off. Now the prompt is butterfly, and I've actually found these really cute cutouts of butterflies that I've had them hanging around in the studio here for quite a while, so I'm actually going to utilize these butterflies. But the first thing I want to do is I want to put down a coat of paint, and I really am going to try to go with this avocado, and let's see how it looks. We've got this. Again, this is the Simply Handmade or just Handmade Modern from Target. And I have to tell you, I'm enjoying these paints. they just go on like butter. Love them. And of course I don't have any art guard on. Not that that's not normal, you guys know that by now. I have it and I just keep forgetting it until I've already got my hands dirty. Then I think about it. Not good, huh? Alright. So we got a nice coat of avocado on there. I'm going to dry it up and then we'll continue. Okay, so we've got it dry now. I'm going to use this stencil. This was actually sent to me in a swap, and I believe Ann Williamson sent it to me, so thank you very much, Ann. We're going to use it today, and we're going to do some bubbles. Yes, I know I'm not supposed to do stencils like this, but I find when I do that, I get, see how you get a very light, I can't get my directions here, see that? See how it's dark but there's also light spots to the stencil? That's why I like just kind of running it over the stencil, running the paint. Because I don't want a full blown on solid circle. I like to have just a hint of one. So that works out really well. It's basically, it's cleaning off my brush a little bit, and it's just putting enough paint so there's a hint of a shadow. See that? Okay. So that's why I use the stencil the way I do. I don't really want it to be solid. I'll make some of them a little bit brighter than others. Okay, so we'll make those a little bit brighter. Alright, and then I'm going to use some right here, make it a little bit brighter, and then we'll do some shadows. Okay, so that's why I run the brush over the stencil that way. Now I also want to get another color in here, and I think I'm actually going to use some white gesso. And I'm going to use the same stencil. Again, I want to go lighter, so just kind of a hint maybe. Alright. Just a hint. That color. Hint. Now I'm actually going to use some straight out white. Okay. Or in that case it turned mint green, which is cool. It's okay. Alright, I like that. Now I'm going to pick up a couple other things. I need to go through my little ribbons. I want to find some ribbon to go on here, find something else, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we've got it pretty well dry. Now I pulled out some of these ribbons because I have, let's see, I have a blue, a yellow, and a red butterfly. I love this chocolate brown against this green. I thought this brown was really pretty. So we're going to use the brown. And I'm going to put it right here. And I'm just using the Aleene's Tacky Glue. I'm going to put scissors for that. Okay, I like that brown on there. Now I also like this blue, but I'm wondering if it's going to be too much. Let's see. Just lay it down here. No, I like the brown better. And actually I think I'm going to put it right across the bottom. Okay. Now I found I was actually doing some rearranging this morning, and I found this notebook that I had full of Diane Reevely quotes that I had stamped. And this one says, "Until you spread your wings, you have no idea how far you'll fly." And boy, is that true. So what I'm going to do is figure out where I'm going to put this. I'm going to use some Vintage Photo Distress ink to make it not so white. I want to do my edges quite dark. Still want you to be able to see it. And I may have to go over this with a black pen, which I probably will do. Okay. Now let's see, where are we going to put our butterflies? There's one. I end up with just 2 butterflies. We'll have to see what happens. I was thinking on the line of like this. Then I would have to okay. So the first thing I need to do, I need to get out my black pen, and I'm going to go over this writing because I want to be able to see it. I know, I'm sorry, I should have done this off camera, but I didn't think. You have no idea how far you'll fly until you spread your wings. I find that very true in art, because if you don't try something, you have no idea how good you can get at it if you don't practice. You don't know. So my motto is I always try anything once, sometimes twice. Okay. So I'm going to get these put on here. We're actually going to use tacky glue for this also. Let's start out with our bottom butterfly. We're going to get our bottom butterfly on here. Then we're going to get this guy on here. And he is going to follow this guy. Okay. Now you have no idea how far you'll fly. It's going to go. Oh, let's change this up a little bit. I want this here. And we're going to put "Until you spread your wings" here. Okay. Now I've got to have a little bit of bling bling on here. Now I brought this out. I'm not really sure if this is going to work or not. Let's see. I don't want all of it. I just want something kind of on this line right here. Let's see how this looks on there. I was thinking up here, but the way it's going, I don't like that. So let's try something else. Let's take these two apart. And we'll cut these two apart. So now we have this one. Move it up a little bit. There's one. Okay. And now I want my my black. Okay, and there you are. Card number 30, which is Butterfly. And you have no idea how far you'll fly until you spread your wings. Okay, that's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment in the box below. If you'd like, please like. If you'd like to, please share. And we'll be back at you again with some more cards. Thanks for joining. Have a great day and take care of yourself. That's what life's all about. Bye.